it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. Smith against Murray. Outside DeRozan to the paint. Here's Aldridge over in the corner. White. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
Aldridge keeps his head up and his options open. He's a team-oriented guy with a good basketball IQ. Excellent pass.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
That free throw, no good. Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, well, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
Good on the second free throw.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randle has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
Now here's Murray. Outside, White. And here is Pirtle. Now here's Aldridge. Just 4 to shoot. Some solid defense from Robinson.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Got that one up quick.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
They grab their own miss, and he lays it straight in.
Boy, Aldridge using those long arms of his to corral that offensive rebound.
Pass to Randle. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Right, good.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Smith the pass to Knox, doubled by Murray. Barrett wide open, he fires. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here is Aldridge. Barrett brings the double team. DeRozan. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Here is Robinson. A pass to Randle. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randle could be an impact player for the Knicks.
Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randle should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
The first one falls. San Antonio making a switch here. Gay's checked in. He's off on the second.
And you've heard the saying on death and taxes. The San Antonio Spurs might be that third thing you can count on.
Yeah, I agree. A model of consistency, and that starts with culture and chemistry and commitment. And they play smart, they play together, and they rarely beat themselves. And That's one of the reasons the Spurs have been one of the greatest pro sports franchises in history over the last 25 years.
So it's the Knicks now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Knox, over Gay. Knox misses. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. They lead by 4. That one goes in.
You look at DeRozan and how efficient he is as a scorer. It's about body control, concentration, and he does it even against the best of defense.
Now here is Smith, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Randall. Passes it to Knox. In the corner, it's Robinson. Off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that one's good by Gay.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Robinson after Rudy Gay's bucket. And it's Smith missing. White with it. 6 points for him. He dishes it to Murray. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Barrett with the ball. White's there. And Barrett gets it to go.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Pass to White. Spurs working the ball around now. Gay inside. Randall on him. He gets it in there. Gay's got 6 points.
This has been Gay's go-to shot throughout his career. I mean, the mid-range he's got, wet.
Here's Randall. That shot misses. Gay with the defensive effort. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 15-6 run. Murray finds Pirtle. Now here's White. Gay outside. Misses the 3. Knicks trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Smith the pass to Knox. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 5.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Now Murray. He's still scoreless so far in this one. DeRozan in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Randall. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And saying, you want a piece of this? Randall easily getting the better of that exchange.
Murray outside. Outside DeRozan. Gay against Randall. Gay is double. Over Randall. Misses off the left iron. Knicks trail by 4. To the right side. Here's the teardrop. And the basket by Knox. Spurs have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Murray the pass to DeRozan. Outside White. And he drops it in from the low post. Gay's got 8 points.
Gay has made a great transformation over the years from a traditional wing to somebody who scores all over the court, including inside.
The offensive rebound. Here's Barrett. And White with the block. They retain possession. Scooped up. And finally they hit one. And that's now 6 points for Julius Randle.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Gay. 8 points for him.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, talking to scouts about RJ Barrett, They love the athleticism, but what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
And that one misses. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, RJ Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
He hits the second from the line. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking, they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
It's stolen by Barrett. They now take the lead. Barrett's got 8.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Mills passes to Lyles. Three-pointer, and Patrick Mills gets the 3.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Here's Trier looking for Gibson. He gets it there. Here's Portis, a second chance effort. He's off on that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward. Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here's Mills following the score by New York. Now the pass to Gay. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
So comfortable finishing on the move. It's very rare to see Gay off balance on his drives.
Here's Trier. And here's Barrett. Outside Portis. Back to Trier. Over Mills. A shot by Trier, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Mills looking it over. Gay against Portis. Shoots from 12. And it's San Antonio with another.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Pass to Bullock. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Now here's Mills. Passes to Forbes. And here's Carroll. Gay is double. Takes the 3. They get the rebound. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Boy, good instincts and timing on display there from Gay. Excellent anticipation.
Here's Trier. That one off the back iron and out. Spurs leading by 4. Out to the right wing. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. And then Gay with the jam.
Put that one on the highlight reel. Gay throwing it down with authority.
Barrett with the ball. 8 points for him. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Barrett's got 10 points in the game. Rudy Gay, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for San Antonio. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
Miles out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Now here's Ellington, kicks it to Morris. Back to Ellington. Portis finds Morris. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here is Ellington, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. A 3 from Morris. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
On the wing, Bellinelli. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, if you're going to foul Aldridge, you've got to make it a hard one because you don't want to give him the and one chance.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And another thing they've done, right from the start is converting. A lot of those second chance opportunities, those can be hard to come by sometimes.
Smith checked in for Reggie Bullock.
Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Now, here's Portis. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's blocked. San Antonio leading by 11. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Bellinelli passes to Lyles. Yep, it counts. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
The Spurs with some changes. Demar Derozan, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes. The Knicks also changing it up. Julius Randle comes in for Bobby Portis. And it's Knox in for Taj Gibson. Bounce pass from Randle. Here's Morris. Makes it off the glass. Morris has got his first basket.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
It's stolen by Randle. On the wing, Ellington. The Knicks rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Spurs have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Shooting two.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding. And sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
Now White following the three-point attempt by Dennis Smith. With a step back. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Demar Derozan the bucket on the assist by Bellinelli. Derozan's got his 2nd bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Pass to Pirtle. Down low, Aldridge. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Smith inside, White covering, and it's Smith missing.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. You tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And they double up DeRozan. Dishes it to Pirtle. White looking around. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Morris. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Knox, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Knox has got 9 points.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Now here is Aldridge. He's got 15. Bellinelli with it. Now defended by Randall. Feeds it to Aldridge. Hangs in the air, and it's finished off inside by Pirtle.
Really amazing body control by Pirtle. Just taking the hit head on and finishing through the contact. I love it.
Here's Morris. The rebound by the Spurs.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Now White, 8 points for him. To the middle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Boy, DeRozan showing you good recognition there. Saw the gap in the defense and fired the pass to the wide open man. Doesn't get much better than that.
Now here is Smith. The pass to Randall. Shoots over Pirtle. Randall no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, top man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And DeRozan kicks to White. Back to DeRozan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Dennis Smith. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
A free throw drop for DeRozan. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in-game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled it.
Robinson with the block. Here's Barrett. San Antonio with the rebound. Gay's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Murray. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he comes up with the deuce.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Here's Trier. They trail by 18. Smith outside. Launches a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And here is Murray. Here's Aldridge. It's rebounded by New York. Barrett's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Out to Smith. Shoots the 3. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0". And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Mills.
You know, Patty Mills is one of a long line of outstanding Australian players who played their college ball in Northern California at St. Mary's College.
Damari Carroll's checked in for the Spurs. And then for New York, Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Smith. And both free throws good for Mills.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Barrett. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
That free throw missing.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
No luck that time either. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Here's Murray. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Trier. Aldridge with some nice D. Spurs leading by 19. Now here's Murray. There's 1:40 left in the first half. Now here's Mills, guarded by Robinson. For 3, Murray. Here's Aldridge. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, CJ McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, DA, and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Here's Bullock following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Bullock with it. Here's Barrett. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Gay. And here's Carroll, defended by Gibson. Over Robinson. It's stolen by Barrett. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Moving it up. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Boy, the energy, the passion. Gibson plays with a real fire inside, an aggressive dunker.
Inside, here's Aldridge. Shoots in deep. Robinson with the block, but he recovers it. Another shot. That shot, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Spurs lead by 19. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Rudy, it looked like you guys found your old identity in the first half tonight.
Yeah, that's the way we played last season. Our defense was our staple. And that's all we have to do. We have to go out here and play defense every night. And this is a good start for us.
Let's see if you can stay true to yourself in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. We saw LaMarcus Aldridge lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 1 block. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Man, LaMarcus Aldridge is in one of those moves. You can see the confidence building throughout the half. With his skill, his shot, just too much for the defense to handle.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And New York, looking at who they've got. Barrett not, so the wingmen. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Smith in at the 1.
Randall really a force on the offensive glass. This guy plays with so much energy and excels at crashing the glass.
Well, name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example setter. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
Spurs leading by 16. Now Murray takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Murray's got 6.
You know, even against tight defense, Murray has a number of ways he can score inside. He's not the strongest guy there, but he's flexible and creative.
Now, here's Barrett, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Pass to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
And it's Smith penetrating, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. About 1 minute played here in the second half. No one near Randle as he lets it go. Drops in the tray. 14 points for him.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Now here's White. He's got 10. Pass to Purtle. Spurs working the ball around now. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
The first free throw is good. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
Smith against Aldridge. Smith drawn the double team. The pass to Knox. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Robinson misses. Spurs leading by 18. Here's DeRozan, and DeRozan throws it down.
Boy, sometimes there's just no stopping DeRozan. When he's determined to score, he's going to fight his way through contact.
Pass to Barrett. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Murray kicks to White. Passes it to Purtle. Randle against Aldridge. And they double up DeRozan. Here's White, and White slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Spurs. And New York with a change here, too. Portis is checked in. DeRozan surveying the D. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Lyles checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
And not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he used it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Randall with the bucket.
You know, it's encouraging to see Randall working on this shot. You can tell he wants to get better from there.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Aldridge. Now Lyles. He's defended by Randall. Here's White. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Now here is Smith. He's got 8. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
Free throw drop for Smith. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
San Antonio making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. Morris is checked in for the Knicks. Ellington comes in for Barrett. That one misses.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
That free throw, no good.
How about this, fellas? I mean, DeRozan's aerial skills, his bounce, obvious from a very young age. His first dunk came when he was in the 6th grade, and he won the dunk contest at the high school All-American game. Major bounce.
And he sinks the second. Here is Ellington. The dish to Morris. Back to Ellington. Smith outside. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
The pass to Ellington. Outside Portis. Clock at 6. Smith for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, you got to get out on Smith from deep, Kevin. He's very good at stroking it from downtown.
Pass to Lyles. And here is Bellinelli. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here is Forbes. Passes it to Lyles. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Fades and shoots. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Tonight, Aldridge is doing a little bit of everything at the offensive end, and he's doing it all quite well.
That's a 2 from Smith. Again, the miss by Smith. And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. Knocks it loose. Bellinelli dishes to Forbes. Pass to Lyles. Outside Derozan. That shot no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. And the pass to Knox. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Knox has got 11 points.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
The free throw drops for Aldridge. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Trier. Morris outside. Shoots over Lyles. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Spurs leading by 23. DeRozan passes to Bellinelli. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You know, Bellinelli expects to get hit on the way up, stays with it in spite of the contact. Excellent concentration.
The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
And that one falls for Bellinelli.
Bellinelli, a very intelligent guard who helps space the floor with his three-point shooting.
Here's Trier, makes the most of the high percentage shot. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Now here's Gay. 16 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Taj Gibson picks one up.
So skilled at slashing towards the hoop. When Gay goes strong, he's hard to contain.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
That's good from Rudy Gay.
Yeah, you know, when I covered Gay when he was in college at UConn, he was an outstanding player in the Big East, and it was pretty clear he had a bright future in the NBA in front of him, too.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. Rudy Gay hits them both. And so it's New York with it. Here's Trier. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
One shot.
Spurs leading by 23. Carroll kicks to Mills. This one for three. Good on the triple. Mills has got 8 points.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now, here's Portis. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here's Mills. Pass to Forbes. Shoots from the elbow. And the Spurs scoring again.
Boy, when it's coming off of Forbes' fingertips like this, guys, it is cash money. What a pure-looking stroke.
Trier passes to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the sharpshooter, Reggie Bullock. Took some time for him, Greg, here in the NBA, but, you know, he's going to shoot it.
Bullock has always been a consistent threat from outside. That is why this team loves him. It doesn't offer too much else, but he can open up some room inside with that ability to hit from deep.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. So it's San Antonio now. Mills with it. He's got 8. Banked in off the glass. Mills has got 10 points.
Boy, the defender was right there, but Mills showed no fear or no hesitation right at him.
Trier passes to Morris. Here's Trier, covered by Mills. And off target that time from Trier. Carroll dishes to Mills. Now Lyles shoots over Portis. Lyles no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Lyles kicks to Forbes. Back to Lyles. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shot clock at 6. Mills passes to Lyles. And the jumper is good. Lyles got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Gay against Portis. Free throw line jump shot. Gay can't hit. New York's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting 1. How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. Murray comes in for Bryn Forbes. The Knicks also changing it up. Robinson comes in for Portis. And Barrett subbed in for Morris.
One shot.
Free throw good. Bullock. Here's Murray. 8 points for him. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here is Robinson. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. 5 on the clock. Now, here's Bullock. Defense right on him. San Antonio's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Gay, left side. Shoots a fader. It's rebounded by New York.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Gibson. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, over the years, Gay has added a lot of different wrinkles to his offensive game. He's really now a very versatile scorer.
Here's Barrett. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Spurs shooting and offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. We've got Medu, who's out there with Jakob Poeltl. Bill's out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Yes, that goes in. And here is Payton. Passes to Trier. To the inside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Trier.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Spurs. The shot, no good. Randall with some nice D. Here's Dotson. Carroll covering. Dotson the pass to Robinson. Trying to get open is Randall. That shot off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. To the paint. Here's Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Pass to Carroll. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Poeltl kicks to Walker. 6 to shoot. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And the Knicks miss again.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Mills in the corner. Randall against Walker. There's the pass to Medu. Over Payton. Medu can't hit. The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Randall with the bucket.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Spurs working the ball around now. Now here's Mills, covered by Payton. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Walker. Ellington defending. Basket good. Walker's got 6 in the quarter. New York's got the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle. Positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Here's Mills. Pass to Carroll. Now the pass to Pirtle. 3 on the clock. Outside, Walker. Shoots over Ellington. Second chance shot. Pirtle finds Carroll. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, because Carroll is such an aggressive and high-energy offensive player, that's why he gets these calls.
Carroll at the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first.
You know, a rugged, experienced player. The shooting and defense Carroll provides, it's really what makes him so valuable.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And then for New York, Knox, he's checked in for Damian Dotson. Barrett comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Smith subbed in for Elfrid Payton. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Down low. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Passes it to Medu. Back to Mills. Here's Medu, guarded by Robinson. Medu passes to Mills. Softly drops in the floater.
You know, at just under 6 feet tall, you've got to develop a lot of ways to get your shot off, and Mills has a nice handle on the floater.
Now, here is Smith. Here's the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Now, here's Mills, covered by Smith. Now the feed to Walker, and he makes that one.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Medu. Aldridge comes in for Damari Carroll. Demar Derozan, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's White in for Patty Mills. And New York with a change here, too. Morris is checked in. That free throw good from Walker. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Knox. Smith outside. And again, New York with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's White. Pass to Pirtle. Outside DeRozan. Here's Aldridge. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 6 assists in the game. New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And there's the pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Randall, another bucket. He continues to expand his offensive game.
Walker looking for an opening. Outside White. Now here is Pirtle. Outside DeRozan. Spurs passing it around. Here's Aldridge. Lays it up and banks it in. Aldridge has got 32 points in the game.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Smith against Walker. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Walker with it. To the middle. Here's DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Well, you look at DeRozan's game, and he's a powerful finisher. That's really one of the main staples of his attack.
Now Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, I tell you, he's got a great vertical. I mean, this guy can bounce and dunk easily. Always a luxury to have a point guard who can throw it down on you when he needs to.
Now here's Walker. Pass to DeRozan. Morris with the rebound. The Knicks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Smith against Walker. Morris with the block. Here's Barrett. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 16 points for RJ Barrett.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Here's Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. And so it's New York with it. Here's Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, and that electrifying speed of Smith puts the defense on its heels, forcing them to hit him when he's penetrating inside.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Tell you what, I don't know of anybody more aggressive at attacking the basket than DeRozan. A lot of his points come off the drive.
Now, here's Barrett, and White with the block. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Aldridge comes over to help. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is New York. Robinson finds Randall. Robinson with it. Puts up a three. Rebounded by the Spurs. And here's DeRozan. Passes to Murray. Pass to Purdy. The pass to Aldridge. Over Robinson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Next ball. New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Now, here's Barrett. Tight defense on him. Smith inside. Aldridge on him.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now, here is Robinson.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Here's Randall, and the shot goes in. Randall's got 30.
Doesn't have the great length, but Randall with the attitude to beat up guys on the inside.
Murray, the pass to Purdy. White, wide open. He fires. And another basket for San Antonio.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Robinson up top. Smith outside. The three-pointer, no good.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Aldridge.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Smith's showing you that he's aggressive, he's athletic, and he's strong. Doesn't mind playing through contact. He gets the job done.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Medu, he's checked in for Aldridge. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Robinson. Gibson comes in for Randall. Dotson's checked in for Kevin Knox. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Barrett. So it's the Spurs now. Here's Mills. He kicks it to Walker. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hurdle. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 18 rebounds. Payton against Walker. And the basket by Payton.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now, here's Bellinelli. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.